12 score 21 years ago, our founding fish fathers created the Lotus SMP. By founding fish fathers, it was actually just me, Steven, and the Melody was there as well. We're here for season 4, and this time we have This time we actually have a new thing, such as Lily Pals, which is that don't necessarily need to make content, or are just here to keep us company because we get lonely. But we have so introducing our Lily Pals really quick. We have Shadow the Anxious.
Yeah.
We have Actual Pug. We have YT Melodious. And then we have... That's it.
Yeah.
And then we have our Lotus members, returning people that are here today with us, and we have some new people such as Gribbly Games.
Yeah.
We have Daisy, a Mushroom Puddle.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
and then that is also it. That's also
Yeah.
The rest of the people are not here with us right now, but they later. Yes, this is season 4. You guys are free to go, and let season 4. Is there anything else that needs to be said?
Do we want to do a screenshot?
You're beautiful.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Screenshot.
all right, everybody in the middle, look up.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Lotus SMP. It's season 4. Got my new skin. We've got new people. I think some of them are on the server right now. 2 of them. 2 of our Lily pals. I don't know if that made it into the intro, but basically we've got an extra sort of squad on the server this season. They're not here to make content, but they're here to hang out and help keep the server kind of active and populated. And yeah, it's been what time is it now? It's not quite been a day yet, but it is the second day of the server being up for me, and I had a bit of a panic. I think this will probably be in the montage leading up to this point, but yeah, last time we saw this place, the village was in the air. And the rest of this place was a chunk error. A bit of an ordeal. It got fixed overnight, which thankfully Chespy was able to do some, I don't know, behind the scenes server magic and fix all this stuff. Oh, and of course it starts raining when I decide to do my intro. Damn you, Minecraft. Yeah, we made it here. I've gone up to the village. I've kind of cordoned off some of the houses where villagers were still inside. I think some of them, unfortunately, when I was here before, had already fallen from the village and were just in the ocean. So I assume when this got regenerated, they might have just perished. But I blocked off some houses. This dirt mound here that's got 2 more villagers in there who just wouldn't move. I guess they broke somehow. Then this is the area where I'm planning to build the base this season. I'm got the ground prepared for my starter base, which I'm still collecting materials for because it's stupid what I'm trying to build. But I've just come back from my first mining trip. I've found enough diamonds to make an enchanting table. So we've got that. I still need to make enough bookcases to do enchantments, but got all these diamonds left over. So, oh yeah, also the new skin. I just wanted to show it off for a bit. But there we go. If you didn't see my Q&A video, that's where I showed it off for the first time. No longer Cade. Started a new era with the new season, where it's just me now. Yeah. Anyway, let's grab some stuff. Let's put my armor back on in case someone, or not someone, but something comes to attack me while I'm not paying attention. Right, first things first, I definitely need a diamond pickaxe. And I'll explain why in a second. Then what else? Should I do an axe? And then how does that leave me with... Maybe I do a chest... Do I do a chest plate? I think I should do a chest plate. If I do a chest plate, then I've got enough for the axe left over. Okay, here we go. Yay! There we go, replace my iron chest plate. I'm always reluctant to do the chest plate because typically, if I'm playing by myself, the goal is to go get wings, so I just will never use the chest plate again. But early game, when it's just like going through caves and stuff, I want the extra protection. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, now then, the reason I needed the diamond pickaxe, and in fact, hold on, let's bring up the map. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Here, this is where I'm going. I want some obsidian. The world this season, we're using a data pack called Continents, I think it's called. So last season we had, the map was like a big ocean with the Mushroom Island in the middle, which became our shopping district and gaming district later on. And then everyone was kind of in bases kind of around the edge of the big ocean. Individually, bases weren't that far apart from each other, but in general, there was an ocean between us. So it felt a bit lonely sometimes and like we were all split up. But this season, we're all on the same big island. It is massive though, and we're quite spread out. At least I'm spread out from everyone else. The kind of terrain over here that I've decided to build in is kind of like 95% what I saw in my head. So, like when we were describing what we wanted from the seed. So I feel like I've gone past it. Looking for this lava pool. It's kind of exactly what I wanted, almost. So I feel like I'm obligated to build there. Here we go. So yeah, and then the scale of this place. I think, where are we? Spawn is over here. And you may have noticed in the earlier footage, I think spawn is like here somewhere. Or maybe it's here, maybe? I can't remember. I think it's here. I think that's the crafting table where I marked spawn. So I think here's where we were all standing, doing our little intros and stuff, where Chesby gave his speech at the start. And then here's where Bribley, Brad, Chesby, and Seaman, they're starting up a little base thing, a little like starter area before they go off to do their normal, the rest of the season stuff. Here's where I was going to set up when it looked like the chunk error had erased where I was going to build my base. At least the place where the other guys are doing their like early season starter area thing. That's 2,500 blocks away. I'm quite far away from everyone, so I want to get nether travel kind of at least up and running. I'm not expecting to make it particularly safe just yet, although I would like that. And we're on 1.21.6, which I've still been playing 1.21.4 because basically I'm still in the vanilla launcher. I'm not on Modern like some other people, and I don't have extra instances of the game. So basically I just follow whatever version the Lotus server's on. 1.21.4 for the longest time. I am now seeing leaf litter and all the new chicken and cow variants. And what else? Oh, the falling leaves, which is so cool. Happy ghasts as well, and just a bunch of new stuff, which I'm excited to play with. Oh, and the firefly bushes, that's really cool. But yeah, it's only the next day, and we're still doing stuff. I've only just got diamonds after doing a caving trip, and most of my time I feel like has been walking down to this area, realizing that it's not generated properly, leaving to go back to where everyone else was. Ooh, Rad's online. Gathering some materials. I went on a big trip yesterday, actually. Kind of looking for all the different saplings, because I like to get access to all the woods. I was like, oh, I might as well just go around. I know where some people are planning to build. I'll do some like uncovering of my map, which meant boating around the island. And you can tell that that didn't take, because I only have like this long strip through the continent here. When in reality yesterday I went all around the top edge. I think I came out like this side and went all the way around, and then I came down this way, and yeah, I even went a bit further south. But because of the way this map mod works, it still had all the old data from last season. So like my old base was still down here somewhere. I think Morg's base is like up here, just to kind of give you the sense of scale if you remember that map. So this thing is quite large. Hence wanting the nether travel. I've not really interacted with people too much since yesterday, mostly because I've been making this long trek and going out looking for saplings. But yeah, I'm pretty far away from everyone. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pop in the nether, see what it looks like, and then I'm going to, regardless of what the nether looks like, probably just uncover more of the island again. I'm going to see what people are up to. Right, I'm going to get on with doing some stuff. And then hopefully we'll check in a bit later and see what progress we've made. So, yeah, I will see you momentarily. Got 2 cats as well. I've done a bunch of stuff, including build this nether portal and give it googly eyes. So yeah, I don't know what I did in the last clip where I spoke to you, or rather, I don't know where I'd got up to, but I've been farming some animals, got these guys for food, these guys for their wool. I don't really need this much wool or this many colors really, I don't think, but yeah, got those. And I've got all the different types of chickens, which is cool. I've had to travel through all the different temperatures of biome in order to get to where I'm basing. So yeah, I've managed to get all the different ones of these. This is just here because I needed one vine in order to make my my usual dragon banner. Let's have a quick look. I think I got one in here. Yeah, there we go. Why did they have to change the way banners work? You've got to make so many banner designs now. Where are they? Yeah, this and this used to just be part of the default, right? Farming some crops and stuff. I've got crops in the little montage. I probably had some copper aging. That's all aged up now. I still need to go and find a hive so that I can start farming some honey. I've got full diamond gear now. Been and done enchanting. That was a whole thing. I died. That's my first death on the tab list. I was just... What was I doing? Oh, I was doing this. This hole here. It's made by a creeper that came out of this hole over here, which I thought I'd lit up, but I hadn't. And I didn't have my headset on, so I wasn't paying attention. And I was just planting these pumpkins. And then I died randomly. And I was so upset. I was so upset. And then I've been doing loads of mining. I did one mining trip. I think, I can't remember if I'd done that already, but I'd done a mining trip. I enchanted a pickaxe with Fortune 2 only, but that'll do for now. And then I went and did another mining trip, got tons of stuff now. Got loads more diamonds. I've used a bunch of diamonds to get all geared up. I've even got... I made a couple of ender chests. And then, yeah, of course, there's this guy. If I just go into the nether real quick. Yeah, this is where I came out. There was some bones over here, and then I think it was up there, I think. There was another set of bones. And there was a dried ghast like right here as I come through into the nether. And then we've also got a fortress right here. And here's my portal. And then the other side of this, I think it is, there's a bastion. I've not gone through the whole thing, but I went through a little bit, and I opened like 4 chests, and 3 of them had an ancient debris in. So I need 1 more ancient debris, and I can do something with it. I'm working on the materials for my starter build. I've reached a point where I need to silk touch for like certain types of blocks, including getting the hive so I can start farming some honey. Need to find a hive. The quest that I'm going to go on now, we've got animals. We've got this guy, and who apparently is going to be named Daisy because that was Daisy's suggestion, right? And then this horse. I've got to show you the horse. So one of the things I usually keep on Mini HUD, if you look in the top left, hopefully it's readable on YouTube side. This is a really quite fast horse, 12.9 meters a second, and it can jump 3.76 meters. That's crazy. I didn't breed this horse. It was just one of the ones milling around here. So I got lucky. But anyway, I need to go find my dog, and hopefully I'll find a hive at the same time. So that's my next quest. And also part of that, I want to go down the south part of the island. This is so big, but I've just today got this much of the outside done. Now I've run into some more chunk errors. I need to tell Chespy about this. And some over here. Right. Hopefully I'll see you next time with a dog. and maybe I'll be ready to start my build. Welcome back. It is now the next day again, and for those that were watching streams the past few weeks, it's finally rained for the first time today in so long. Besides that, right, I've done some stuff, finished enchanting my gear. I've enchanted more gear. I've got all my materials ready now, including a tiny little bee farm that I have just over here, kind of out of the way. It's manual for now until I figure out exactly where I'm going to put my farms and things. What else have I done? I've got my name tags ready. Found my dog, obviously. So every time I get a dog in a game, I call it Snuffles. And it had to be the black one because serious. Then we've got my horse. So, continuing the lineage of my Minecraft horses. So in my single player world, I was going to call my horse Spot, because it had a spot on his forehead. But then I realized the horse next to it was better, so I went with that one. I think that's how it went down. And it had it was a black horse, but it had like the white socks. So I called it Spock. I merged Spot and socks. And then in Lotus last season, my horse was called Leonard, after Leonard Nimoy, who was the original Spock. So this one I'm calling Quinto, after Zachary Quinto from the J.J. Abrams movie. And then, here you go, Daisy, this one's for you. I don't know if you read that. There you go. Daisy the cast fella. That'll make sense to maybe like 3 people who were online at the time. Anyway, I've got all my stuff. We can make the starter base. So, I'm going to go harvest. God, the harvesting bamboo manually really wrecks your swords. I'm going to harvest my bamboo, and then I'm going to start building. Okay guys, welcome back. I don't know how long it's been in the video, probably not that long, but in real life it's been like 2 days since I built this thing. I took down all this bamboo before, and because it was just destroying my sword, and now I've burnt through all my pre-harvested bamboo, using it for building stuff. So I put all the bamboo out again. I need to get a proper farm sorted out, but I'm not committing to any redstone just yet, because I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go, and I don't have to rebuild it because I'm lazy like that. So clearly, we've done the starter build. I've also been inventory full. I've also been up to some other stuff. So I've been doing some more enchanting. I've found some spawners under the base, so I've turned those. Well, I tried to turn those into little mob grinders, XP farm / bone meal collecting, because one of them is a skeleton spawner. And I say tried to because for some reason they're just not spawning stuff, the spawners. I don't know, is it... I've also been having... Let me bring up the mini HUD. I'm okay right now. 79 ping is as good as I get, usually. But last night, I stopped playing because my ping was like 4,500 milliseconds. It was just... I've been having weird connection issues. Anyway, the spawners just weren't spawning stuff. I had a zombie and a skeleton one right next to each other. And they just... In fact, I'm going to go down there. Maybe someone watching might be able to troubleshoot this. So I've also expanded the farmland, and I've been farming other stuff, just getting materials ready for builds going forward. I need to build something pretty soon if I'm going to put redstone farms and stuff in there. So I've got something in the works, which we can talk about in a moment, but let's just look at these farms. Okay. So, the one over here I've deactivated, pretty sure. But this one is a zombie spawner. It's right here. And then just around the corner, got a skeleton spawner. Right? And there you go. With this one's spawning. Then they get shot up this bubble column up here. And then drop back down here. The zombies would come through here as well. They also seem super resistant to ice. When trying to troubleshoot the zombie spawner, there was a chicken jockey got in. It was holding up like 10 other zombies because the chicken was like stuck on the ice and wouldn't move. Standing here against the wall seems to spawn them in nicely. This is like a midpoint between the two spawners. And if this was active, one of them would spawn and the other one wouldn't, or neither of them would spawn, or one of them would spawn and then not spawn anything for like 10 minutes. And then sometimes if I'm just standing here, nothing spawns in for like 5 minutes, and I have to go back over and like reset it somehow to let it know I'm here, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird. Anyway, let's go look at my starter base, shall we? Okay, so the starter base. This is a very miniature representation of what my base is going to kind of look like this season. So, this is meant to be, in my head, it's a little sort of drop pod research bunker that's been dropped out of orbit probably and has landed, and like its little feet has come out, so it's like deployed itself in this little like scorched bit of earth. Maybe that's what this is, whereas like thrusters have like slowly let it land here. I didn't want to do a crater because I think that might have just... It'd be a bit annoying to be in a crater, a little crater. But yeah, maybe this has like been scorched and that's why it's all like dried out and desiccated here or whatever. But then this is also much more of a pristine... It's still quite, I don't know, dirty, I guess. But it's more of a pristine thing in that the copper hasn't aged properly yet, or fully, and this is waxed, so it won't. But this is because this is new. It's like it's freshly been deployed. Whereas my base will be a lot more weathered copper. when I get around to building it, because my base this season is going to be this sort of sci-fi megalith. I don't know. It's going to be huge. It's going to be probably that big as the floor plan. Let me just hold on a minute. Let's do the map. Oh, look at it. It's cute. My cute little base. The base is probably going to be about this big as the main structure. And it's going to be this big sci-fi-esque building that has been... It's been here a long time. And maybe the story is I'm here now trying to figure out what's going on. Why is this big sci-fi structure, whatever facility it was, why has it gone silent? Why are we not hearing back from them anymore? It's going to be one of the biggest things I've ever built, maybe the biggest thing I've ever built. And it's in a style that I'm not comfortable with, although I do really, really like how this came out. And then I've got another building, which is going to go over here, which will be the first one I build, because I've talked about this on stream, actually, but the main base is going to be so big, and I'm in the process of designing it in creative. And I'm at the stage where I've taken like the wire frame wool outline. Just going to sleep real quick. Taken like the wireframe wool outline of it, and I'm filling in the walls, and it's just like plain. I've not done any texturing or detailing yet, and I've been struggling with seeing this in it, basically, to the point where I'm like, I might need to scrap this and rebuild it, just start over. But oh, it's my cat. I was like, what's that sticking through the wall? There's a cat in there. Yeah, so it's something that's going to take all season long, I'm guessing. It's not that big, but to get it to like this level of detail and stuff, where I'm happy with it, it's going to take a long time, especially resource gathering as well, because my plan was to make it out of concrete, but building this and realizing kind of I don't know what the right word is, not the color temperature, or there's something about white concrete that doesn't quite fit, in my opinion, with the rest of the white blocks. So I've been struggling with that, but I think I've found a way to make it work. But again, I haven't put it into practice yet, because I'm just like, the base is just all plain flat walls and stuff so far. So the plan was, I need a power generation building, because I haven't accounted for power generation in this giant sci-fi building that I'm making. So that's what this building is going to be over here. And it'll be like an easier way for me to test the aesthetic. And I'll learn things from it, hopefully, that I can apply to the main structure. So that's where this is going to go, over here. However, I was like, maybe I'll use this to be where my farms go, like iron farm and some early stuff like bamboo farm and stuff, just so it can be running. But if the build's going to go over here, like the middle of it's probably going to be where this horse is, and it's going to extend over the water and stuff. Am I going to be close enough to load it in from over here if I'm working sort of where all this copper ends? That sort of area? I don't know. It's looking more and more like I'll need to do temporary redstone and then take it down and rebuild it, which I don't want to do, but I think that's potentially what's going to happen. Anyway, all that waffling, let's get back to the build. So this is actually my attempt at building something that I found on Pinterest. I'm not sure who to credit this to, because I think it's AI generated image. If I bring it up on screen and you look in the bottom left corner of this image, it looks like it's an AI attempt at generating like someone's website and their screen name or something. Because some of these shapes here aren't letters, as far as I can tell. So that's what I've attempted to build here. So I've tried to kind of do what I can at this scale with Minecraft blocks and try and get as much detail in as I could. So like there was like a step ladder outside. Here's my little step ladder, and there's like a little bench thing. Then the bed was like right on the edge, so I put my bed here. There was like shelves and stuff here, so I've tried to get creative with the stair block placement. And then there's like more shelving things here. There's like a little flower pot and stuff. This I've just added in because this was my my early game armor set. I've just kept it. I've kept some books in here. These ones, I think, these are just whatever. Maybe someone might want these. These ones I've got up here that I'm keeping for later. Oh, respiration I've got now. If anyone wants it, I can trade it for something maybe. Got an infinity book. I don't usually use infinity, but again, that's something I could trade maybe. Riptide I'm definitely keeping. I want a trident. Sharpness 4. Depth strider, yes, I want to put depth strider on my boots. Right, and then we've got a little desk at the back here. This is meant to be like a laptop. So I managed to get one of my cats on here because, of course, it's sat on the laptop. My old skin is still on the armor stands. If we have a thing on the server where we name an armor stand and it'll display our skin. And my old skin's still here, so I put me here in lieu of a plushie because I don't think we have plushies yet. But there's me. And then in the back here, this is a mess. But it's kind of on purpose, it's a mess. This is just, I've crammed in as many chests and things as I could. And this is just all my stuff. I've been quite busy resource gathering, actually. Tried to get some of everything. And yeah, that's my mini starter base. There was one other thing I wanted to do. And that is get rid of this torch here. There we go. It's like we're out here. Just chilling. There we go. Feels like a starter base now. Oh, and I replaced Quinto's armor. I think he had diamond armor before. But I've done this dye combination which kind of looks like the blue on a Star Trek like science officer uniform. I think it was 2 blue, a cyan, and a white dye made this. And then, yeah, that's kind of it. I've added a little mailbox if anyone stops by. I can leave stuff in there for them, or I can use it to receive gifts and things, or whatever, for trading stuff. And in that vein, let's just look at the map real quick. So, for reference, here's me, here's my starter base, and then, so what's that, like 385 we'll call it. 390 we'll go. 390. 490 is... 490 is where this tree line starts. So that's 100 blocks, okay? That tree line from my base. So to put into perspective how far apart we are right now. Here to here is 100 blocks. I think... Where's spawn? Spawn is here. Roughly. No, where is spawn? Spawn is here. Okay. Let's just... In fact, I have a spawn 3 kilometers away. I really, really want Elytra, like, right now. It's... And then Inca's base is over that way. It's further away, but if we do have a tunnel between our bases in the nether, so I can get to his base, and then it's only like 1,000 blocks between his base and spawn, which isn't so bad. But yeah, I'm all the way down here. I think then the closest people are going to be like this far away. So what's that, like halfway to spawn, maybe? Almost. So it's still like 1,500 blocks away. This is where Gurk is happening. Apparently I've loaded this in and not looked at it because I don't recognize any of this stuff now. So maybe I'll go over there later. But then, yeah, Inca's over here. We've got Joel here. Mefurt's over here. Is this Mefurt? think that's my first base. I think there's people over here, Maddie's up here. I think Slip's up here. Pug's around here as well with Melody. Shadow's up here somewhere. I know people wanted to base in the cherry groves, but I don't know where they are. Maybe someone's down here because this is the biggest one as far as I know. I have now also sailed around the whole island, which took many days. But as it is, I'm feeling a bit secluded and left out. Not through anyone else's fault, but my own. But I'm so far away. Like, people, it's early game, people are dying to a bunch of mobs and stuff. I'm like, oh man, I would come and help, but it'll take me 20 minutes to get there. So, yeah, I feel a bit sad and lonely. The saving grace so far is that one of my friends has joined the server as our new role on the server, the Lily Pals thing, where they're not here to make content, but they're here to make the server feel a bit more alive. That's my friend Obelisk, but I know he wants big planes, and there's planes here. There's planes everywhere, but it's it's really hilly, and I know what he's trying to build this season. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully there's someone nearby. But otherwise, yeah, I'm waiting for flight. And it's going to be like tier 3 rockets as standard because, yeah, as you could tell, like to spawn to the nearest base even, it's going to be probably 1,500 blocks. And yeah, it's just, I'm lonely. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Not as much social stuff as I would have hoped because I'm so far away, but hopefully that will change next episode. Okay, so that's going to be it, guys. Hopefully this wasn't too all over the place and a bit scatterbrained, but I am trying something new. Hopefully I've pulled it off. I don't know. We'll see. But if you wouldn't mind helping me out, maybe you could hit like on the video. And if you want to follow what I'm doing here this season, maybe you could hit subscribe as well. And don't forget to check the description down below, because everyone on the server, all the new people, go give them a follow. They'll all be linked down there. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.